Throughout football history, wise men have congregated to bring you the best stats, predictions, and analysis of the game. These are not those men. 3 derelict Oakland Raiders fans expelled from clown school for shaping inappropriate balloon animals at children's birthday parties and borrowing the school clown car to attend a Murphy's Law gig in Brooklyn. With no ambitions outside of rodeo barrel racing and the Shiner Circus, they made their way to the rolling hills of northwestern New Jersey and established a home at the Irish Cottage Inn. Surrounded by Jets and Giants fans, they called in reinforcements and established a circus sideshow of their own, known as the New Jersey chapter of the Black Hole. Join the party each week on the Fan Club Blitz, a wild ride into the world of die-hard football team fan clubs from across the globe with your hosts, Splatterhead, Fitz, and Tom, Clown School Rejects. And we are back in the Batcave.
All right.
Yes.
Splatterhead.
Fitz.
Tom.
Yep. And Fitz.
Fitz is the government shutdown is
Shutdown's
over.
over. They let me back in.
Fitz is back to work.
I actually got blocked out of the entire country. They wouldn't let me in.
Nice. He's gonna be. He's gonna get his back pay from Murph. Murph said, "Let you know when the shutdown's over."
Yeah.
So yeah, that's what. That's
You get that lump sum.
1 episode, 2 episodes. That's $1.04.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, pay up there, champ. Let's go.
Yeah.
Bad enough
Not
you
bad.
dropped the ball with Chucky for us.
Yeah. I think you get a coupon too for like a free burger somewhere or something.
Yeah, I got to go all the way to Tennessee to get it though.
Okay.
Yeah.
Free catfish.
Yeah.
Fillet.
Yeah. Some of that hot chicken.
Yeah, so our boy Murph, the boss, is he's down at the Senior Bowl, huh?
Yeah, he's
Rubbing elbows with the Raiders.
rubbing elbows with
Yeah.
the hot shots.
Yeah.
I would love to know
Yeah,
what
he-
Chucky and those guys were saying when they walked away. They're probably like, "Who the hell is this guy?"
Yeah. Look at this mental.
followed us
See,
around.
next time you gotta send us.
They stuck him next to. They stuck him next to the donkey's table too.
Oh man. You know what? Good. You know what? If we went down there, I would want them to stick us right next to the donkeys or the queefs. That'd be great. Put us right there.
Yeah.
Our show would go off the charts with that.
Sure.
Absolutely.
We'd probably
man.
get thrown out of the place within 20 minutes, but it
Yeah.
would be a great 20 minutes.
We would have been thrown out after Gruden walked up to us.
Yeah.
And we didn't let him leave. We were like, no, you ain't going anywhere. We have questions. Sit your
That's
ass
right.
down, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tom's got some questions.
You better clear some time here, buddy. Because you got some explaining to do, and we don't want to hear the talking head answers.
Speaking of the talking heads,
You're gonna talk to us like 3 people that drink, and we don't give a crap what kind of excuse you're gonna use.
that's right.
Right.
Speaking of 3 clowns that drink, we gotta watch our language today. I want to put this show out on Monday,
Oh, okay.
Okay.
so I'm limited on my editing time.
Well, that's a good thing Potts ain't.
Yeah, I was
doing
going to say, you know what, though? I mean, if
I already have to edit some voicemails.
it.
yeah,
Yeah.
he's out of control.
Yeah.
You can always tell when Potts is hitting it because all of a sudden the posts start happening out of nowhere.
Yeah.
What are we drinking?
We're drinking some Tieski, some Polish beer.
Tieski
Yeah. From the motherland.
from Tom's homeland.
Yes, that's
So
right.
Tom got me started last week.
Yeah,
when he
yeah.
had his
We didn't let any refugees in.
he had his Polish, he had his Polish Highlander tea last week, so
Yes.
it made me go immediately to get some Tieski because
Yes.
it's an awesome beer.
It is. It's very
All
good
of these
beer.
are, man.
Yeah,
Yes.
no, they're good.
Yeah.
They're good.
There's a really good Russian beer that I purposely didn't bring because I couldn't even pronounce it to say what we're drinking on the show.
Oh,
But it's really good.
well, that makes it even more fun
Yeah,
sometimes.
Well,
so.
we'll do that next time.
Okay.
Yeah, we have Google.
It's
Yeah. Google Translate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
How do you say? And it'll tell us. Play it right into the show.
Yeah.
stop drinking.
Yeah.
That's the translation. Stop
Yes.
drinking.
Yeah. So next weekend we're going to be at the Great Beer Expo.
Nice. Okay.
Yeah,
Pretty awesome.
that's-
Yes. I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, that makes amazing sense to send us three into a beer expo to interview.
Yes.
And yeah,
live coverage from the football themed beer expo. Hey, Donkey fan, get over here.
Hey, come here.
Yeah, that's like sending Ben Roethlisberger into like a high school girls' dorm, like same thing. Christ.
I thought he was a junior college guy.
Yeah, junior college, high school. The 18-year-old
13th grade.
Yeah, 13th graders.
Of age high school.
Yeah.
Hey, speaking of talking heads, Derek Carr's challenging he who shall not be named to a cage fight.
I loved it, though. That was awesome.
Yes.
That was awesome.
Yeah.
I would have loved to see Kellerman's head explode, get all wah cry baby.
Yeah, Kellerman, you're dead to us now, too.
Yeah.
He's been dead a long time.
Yeah, but we just didn't make it official. Stephen A. Smith earned it, early on.
Yeah, his head's kind of exploded after that.
Oh, yeah.
He's been like,
They're trolling people.
He's catatonic, man.
They're creating fake profiles and trying to get people to ask John Gruden questions down at the Senior Bowl.
Yeah.
And getting called out for it. You got the guy from the Mercury News going, now you guys are just trolling.
Yeah.
We're not gonna ask any of these questions because it's just to feed your ego.
Yeah.
Right.
Idiots.
So that goes. So let this be a lesson to everybody out there. These idiots get paid millions of dollars, and they're trolling people for fake answers.
Yeah.
Listen to us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're just going to tell you what we think, whether it's real or not.
We don't get paid anyway.
We don't get paid anyway.
And listen, you know what? If you want to know the truth after you listen to us,
Yes.
Google it and find out if what we're saying is true or not.
Yes.
There's a good chance it might not be. If we don't know something, we're pretty sure we're just going to make it up.
Trust us. We're 50% on football and 100% on beer.
Yeah.
So there you go.
And 100% when we start getting into music, we're
100% there.
Football, football's secondary to this football podcast.
That's it.
That's right.
All the shenanigans in football too.
Speaking of which, on the way here, I had to. I stopped into our home base, Irish Cottage, Blackhall, for my wake up Bloody Mary.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I haven't been there since New Year's Eve, so I figured just pop in. And one of the owners was very optimistic and came up to me and said, he goes, it's awesome. He goes, it's been weeks since the Raiders lost. I go, yeah, you're right. It has been. I like the optimism.
Was that
Peter?
Yeah.
Damien was there also. He,
at
they
the
had
same
some
time,
big party going upstairs, so they were kind of running around.
Two of them together.
Yeah, they had a big party upstairs, some kind of Sweet 16
upstairs.
The upstairs area.
Up
the ramp.
Up the ramp. I was like, "There's an upstairs."
No, our black hole, and then up that ramp. Whatever.
Okay.
The ramp up the ramp
in the back.
Yeah.
The party room.
You pull in, and you as a regular at noontime, you can't find a parking spot, and there's a party going on.
Yeah.
Is that the Grand Marshal luncheon or something? Is that today?
No, I was when I was in there. Saw Facebook. It's some Sweet 16.
Oh, okay. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Whoever the hell you are.
Taking up our parking spots.
Yeah, thanks for taking up our spots. But
some,
thanks for giving business to the cottage, because we haven't been there in a while.
Although we should actually right next to the handicap spots, we should probably get a couple black hole parking only.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have blackout spots.
What are we doing for the Super Bowl?
I don't know.
Are we watching there? Are we all going to sit at home by ourselves? Or you got a thing?
Always throws a big shindig.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. I have nowhere to go.
Yeah, we should.
I was going to just sit here, make myself food and vodkas.
We should fix that. We should either go to the cottage or
I usually all
get together at my place or something.
I was just going to make food and take vodkas and, see what happens.
I'll pop in before the game, so I always order Liam. He likes their wings, so I'll grab some wings.
He does like their wings.
So
he's the wing kid.
Yeah. He really is. That's I'll pop in there. And
how is Liam? How's he doing?
He's all right. Yeah, he's not here helping us. I'll tell you that.
No.
He's out with his old lady right now.
Out with the ball and chain.
Hey, he's out of my hair. That's fine.
There you go. Who's driving next weekend?
I don't know.
Yeah, that remains. We hope we can only pray that the winner of our contest doesn't drink.
That's not going to happen.
That's a good question.
Yeah, we're gonna either that. We're just gonna have to see how much. That's gonna be a long Uber ride, but 3 ways it might be. It might be cheaper than bail.
I don't know. I don't know anybody that doesn't drink.
No.
No, I disassociate.
that would
myself
stand
with those
around all
people.
day and not drink at a beer fest.
No,
No,
exactly.
I've systematically disassociated myself with anybody that doesn't drink because
Yeah.
I have faith that we'll figure it out.
Yeah.
We're pretty
Yeah.
smart fellows
I mean,
sometimes.
My buddy Mike that was here, he's a big wino. He don't drink beer.
Yeah.
But he's not going to
He's
go and
not
stand
gonna go
around all
stand
day
around and watch us enjoy
watch
ourselves.
us drink. You know.
We'll figure it out.
Hey, everybody, we'll see you on Super Bowl Sunday. We have to actually sleep in Sea Caucus tonight.
Yeah. Yeah.
I got a guy there. We could just walk up to his house.
Well, you know how these things work, though. Like these beer fests, like I'm going to try one of every one of these beers, but then you got to get in line,
Yeah.
and you got to. I mean,
And let's not forget, a lot of them we're probably not even going to want to try. You know, like that. Like they're going to have like the real sweet.
well, I'm going to want to try it.
I don't, you see, I can't even to try it. There's some of those I can't.
The PBR has a tent there.
That'll.
I don't
of
need to
course I'm
try
gonna
that.
do
Though.
that.
I can't.
Well, actually,
Don't just start getting into those lambics and
PBR's
shit,
got
though.
stuff out that we don't get around here.
Do they?
Yeah. Like they got a 5.9 out.
Wow.
And we don't get it around here. It's like Wisconsin, Minnesota, Canada. It's like up that way they sell it, and then they got 2 stages of a light beer. They got one that's like just below the regular, and then they got like one of the ones that would be like a Michelob Ultra.
Ah.
I that's out of principle. I could never ever.
Yeah, but they got 2 of them.
PBR
It'd be nice if they had, if it was a Pabst stand and they had Natty Bows.
Yeah, that'd be
That would
pretty
be
cool.
cool. Yeah, slam some
well,
Natty Bows.
We'll see what they have.
Yeah. The hell with the shishi
I'll
cucumber
do
beer.
extra of those and we'll
Give us
do it
Natty
in-
Bows, man.
We have we have Sussex County representing. Angry Eric's will be there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
We still have to hit up to make our.
Yeah, we'll have to talk to them.
Yeah, while we're there.
Yeah.
We'll put them on the spot.
Yeah, absolutely.
Are you going to make a beer for us, man? Come on.
Yeah, yeah.
We got to figure out what type.
It's got to be a stout. It's got to be something black.
That
At
yeah,
least.
something. We got to get something that our people are going to drink.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
We-
true.
The selling
Yeah.
point is the selling point. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, we'll figure that out.
yeah. Cross that bridge when we get to it.
Pot
Yeah.
will drink anything.
Yeah, that's true.
in general.
Yeah.
That's true.
Give him a bottle of piss to put in a brown paper bag. He's going to be Pakistan, wherever the hell he's from, drinking it. Mount Olive, one of those stupid places out there. Yeah, Potts, we're talking
Maybe
about
he
you
can
again.
recreate like a steam beer from the Bay Area.
The Shepherds are getting married today.
I saw
That's
that.
right. I seen your post on Facebook there.
Yeah,
Thor's marrying.
Congrats.
apparently.
Thor. Yeah,
Yeah.
Thor.
That's
Do you know Thor?
not the cat that was there when we moved him, was it?
No.
Okay, now then I don't know. That's
No,
only one of the
Thor
other guys.
doesn't help people move things.
I don't know. I never met him then.
if Thor invites you over to help him move things,
Oh, okay. So he's one of them.
he won't be helping doing any of the moving. He's a good cat though.
It's
That's part of Andy's little Viking.
You know, I kind of
crew.
had that feeling that this is going down when she said 2 days.
Yeah,
and
it's
everybody's like,
something
what's going
big.
on? I
Yeah.
have to wait. I'm like, yeah, I go.
But apparently they're having a big party in the summer, so
Yeah.
we'll
Which
see.
we
if
don't even know if we're gonna
we'll
be
see if
invited.
we're invited.
I love
do
how
the podcast
Chuck
from
just immediately assumed he's like, I can't wait. I'll bring the mead. Like,
Yeah.
there's no response. Like, we may not even be invited to this thing.
Yeah,
We went from black hole to black no.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Oh well.
It is what it is. We'll have our own wedding party for him without him.
He has a compound now.
Yeah, that's true.
That's it.
Maybe by then I'll have my drinking horn finished, and I can fill that with my mead.
There you
Do
go.
that. Yes. Speaking of which, I got the carboy for you.
No, that's great because I got to rescue a batch of mead. So this episode is episode 26.
Wow.
Man,
And we still don't have it right.
We're moving
Yeah, we
right
still
along.
don't
Can't
have
get
it
this
right.
damn board going.
No, I don't know. This time we jiggled every wire.
Yes.
And we had this screeching noise.
Yeah, thanks.
And
Pops.
then it just stopped.
Yes,
I don't know.
everything stopped for some reason.
Yeah.
Maybe
We don't.
Pops can
We
help.
plug something in.
We unplugged and replugged.
Yes.
Take it out, put it back in.
Yeah.
And then it worked fine.
Yes.
I don't
But
know how that technical difficulty got past our producer Chris Potts.
Yeah.
Because I know because he's not here.
No.
That's how it
No.
got past.
No, he's at some beer fest.
Yeah.
They're
He's at Zigmeister.
Right now, yeah.
Zigmeister.
At the Imperial
laying in the
Fest.
gutter pissing himself right now is what he's doing.
But we got some cool stuff coming up today. We got a lot of voicemails to get through.
Nice.
Some of them are I haven't listened
I'm
to
looking
them.
forward to that
But I get like a written transcript, which is funny because it always messes up the words on there.
Yeah.
So we got one, and I'm reading it, and it says, spledge hog or some nonsense. I'm like, what? Some of them are contest entries, but some of you didn't leave your names, so I don't know how you're gonna win.
I'm thinking they don't care.
If I don't know who you are, I can't give you a prize.
Yes.
We got a couple good
Unless
ones.
you listen to the show and we say, okay, whoever mentioned this one, you won.
I don't think it's gonna happen.
No.
And then and some of them are just when you post these things on a Friday night, apparently you're just gonna get some drunken idiots
you
calling
get the
in.
mental patients, man.
Yeah, so we got some mental patients, but that's all right.
Yes.
And then we're gonna talk to Jerry from Arizona Raider Nation.
Okay.
Because we're gonna have to do another episode this week.
Yeah.
In order to announce the winner.
Right.
Of the.
The
thing, the contest. But why don't we just go right into the voicemails, man?
Might as well. Yeah.
Let's make that happen.
I have to get a beer.
Well, Tom's got to get a beer.
Hello, boys. This is Rosemary, an official member of the New Jersey Black Hole. Looking forward, and I'm hoping I get to see you guys at the Beer Expo. My beer of choice that I will share is actually my man's beer of choice, since I'm hoping to win him some tickets, and that is Dogfish 120. He actually passed my beer test on our first date. I will not date anyone seriously or ever again if they order a Bud Light or a Coors Light. I just don't have any respect for a man who would drink those beers. So Carlos, on our first date, ordered a Dogfish 120, and I impressed him by inviting him to a bar that even offered it on tap. So beer brings people together. Here's my question for you boys. Is there anything that a girl would drink, either, that would kind of turn you off when you guys were out there dating? There's something for you guys to chat about.
Yeah, water.
Thanks so much. Hopefully I win. Go Raiders.
Go Raiders. Thanks for the call, Rose.
Yeah, thanks,
Rose. And
Yeah.
you know what? That's why we love Carlos. And that's why he's known in our circle as Carlos Spicy Wiener.
He's our favorite Jets fan.
Yeah, Carlos is our favorite Jets fan.
Now here's the question. Dogfish. It's Dogfish Head, right?
Yeah.
120.
I don't know. I've had 90. I've had 60.
I don't know if I've had the 120.
I don't know if I've had the 120.
It's got a little bit of a mule kick to it.
Uh-oh.
Yeah,
Fitz has had it.
Fitz has had it.
You didn't stump the drunks, Rose.
No.
It's going to be hard to stump any of us. But
It is. But
there's also,
we may end up putting people in the finals. And
yeah,
there's extra credit. Yeah, you may get in on a bonus point. All right, let's go.
Wait. And to answer your question, Rose, what would turn me off on a first date with what a woman orders to drink is if she says, I don't drink.
Yeah.
Or if she sits down and, like you said, she orders a Bud Light or a Coors Light, because that tells me she doesn't drink anyway, and she's just doing it to try to impress me, and I'd rather have her not do that because that's just disgusts me.
I'm gonna go the other. I'm gonna go the other way. I went out to Kentucky for work once.
Or Zima.
I went out to Kentucky for work once, and my boss was like, "Oh, you got to try this bourbon." They have it. It's a bourbon bar at the hotel, or right by the hotel. It's like, you got to try this, and so he buys me, some bourbon. It was really good, and we had about 4 of them, and then I said, "Oh, they got Japanese whiskey here too. Let's try that." He tells me the next morning, he's like, "Oh man," he's like, "Our bill last night was $1,800." I was like, we didn't. I mean, we drank, but we didn't drink that much. He's like, "Oh, each one of those Pappies was $70 a glass." if I go out with a woman and she orders Pappy's,
Yeah, no good.
She better work on Wall Street for Chuck.
Chuck will be like, I'm right back. I just have to go to the bathroom. I'm right back.
all right.
Send a lady a Pappy's. I'll be right back.
Yeah.
Let's hear the next one.
Hey, it's Lacey, all the way out in Montana. Calling in to
All
leave
right.
my favorite brew, which is anything in a can that has a picture of an elk on it. I believe it's called Schmidt. You know,
Schmitz.
real people beer.
Real people beer. All right. Well, I've had Schmitz.
I've had them, yes. And I think in Montana there's better beers with elks on them. I think I've had a few of them.
Yeah.
We've talked about this. I like the old school beers. Give me a Pabst.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah.
Valentine's.
Yes.
Schmitz. The best thing about Schmitz was when they went to those wildlife cans, and that's
Yeah.
kind of about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Schlitz,
The price tag was okay too.
Yeah. I dig the old man beers.
I did like
Sure.
Rheingold.
Yes.
Rheingold is
Yeah.
But yeah, we've all had it
yeah.
several times, many times.
Yes.
That's called I can't afford other beer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But we appreciate the call.
Yes.
All right.
And we're glad we have people in Montana listening.
Absolutely.
That answers that question.
That's the thing right there.
All right. Next up.
Splatterhead Chuck, Tom, Fitz, it's Monster Mash Ken. Well,
What's up,
I
stranger?
just gotta say, man, I'm a little pissed off. What the hell is going on with these guys, Stephen A. Smith and Max Jabroni? Man, that dude doesn't even look comfortable in his own skin. And I stopped watching ESPN a long time ago. And honestly, the honest reason why I stopped watching ESPN is because I discovered, the Blue Raiders Fan Club Radio and with Murph and you guys and some of the other podcasts. And I don't really care about any other teams, you know? The only time I watch ESPN is for Monday Night Football, and that's probably about, and 30 for 30s. But anyway, let's get back to the subject. I actually am really happy that Derek grew some balls, and you know what? He's been taking turd all season. This and that. It's not that good. He doesn't have a team. You know, he's got, 2-3 players that consistently put out, Richard, Cook, and Hudson in the offensive line. Those other guys, nobody did.
Crapola.
You know, he has no receivers. Jordy Nelson picked up on the end of the season. The defense was crap. This guy takes 50 sacks, broken bones throughout his. It's a bad system, or it was a bad system the last couple of years. And John Gruden's going to get this guy together, and he's going to ball out. And I'll tell you one thing: all these other people saying that we need to trade him for Kyler Murray or whoever, they can get the hell out of Dodge, man. What the hell are you thinking? They're saying he's not the long-term solution. This guy's been here for 5 years, broke every single record. Well, not every single one, but he's going to break them probably next year. Next year,
probably next
every
year.
single Raiders record for a quarterback. And once he wins a ring, he's going to be the greatest quarterback there is. Anyway, my point is, I got Carr's back, you know, and people outside of the organization, outside of the family, outside of Raider Nation, they just don't get it. They don't get the whole reason what Mark Davis is doing. He's gutted the team. He got John Gruden. Mayock's there. They're going to put this stuff together, and it's going to work. Anyway, let me know about this beer fest. I'm really interested. I'll see if my wife wants to go down there, because I'm always about drinking beers, talking Raiders with my pals from the Raider Nation, Black Hole. Anyway, you guys take care. Be good. And this freaking the only time I'm ever going to watch the Senior Bowl, because John Gruden's in it. All right, guys, take care. We'll talk some draft later on, maybe next week. Peace.
All right, thanks, Ken. You're making me work overtime, man.
Yes.
All my editing.
And you didn't tell us what kind of beer you're drinking.
And you didn't tell us what kind of beer you were
I
drinking.
do know, because it's been in separate messages and whatnot.
he-
Because the Einstock white ale.
His entry is the Einstock. Which one?
White ale.
The white ale.
Yes, I've had that.
Yeah.
Yes.
So have I. Listen, and I've told Chuck, and I'm a big fan. I like almost all the Einstock beers.
Nobody's
Awesome.
going to stump us. We're going to have to.
Awesome
We're going to have to pick
beer.
winners just by trying. We're going to get on the. We'll pick the finalists.
Yeah.
Lacey, you didn't make it. Sorry.
Yeah.
But we'll pick the finalists, and we'll sit down with those beers.
Yeah.
And we'll decide which one wins.
Like I told Chuck though when we saw it at it, the Einstock, great beer from Iceland. Viking had on the cans and bottles, whatnot. And then once I saw that, when Ken said, my favorite Einstock white ale, I'm like, I texted Chuck. I'm like, dude, I go, listen, I go, I don't want to play favorites or anything. I go, but You tell me a dude whose last name is Cruz, his favorite beer is a Viking beer from Iceland.
There
I'm
you
like,
go.
I mean, come on, man. I go, that's like, that's major points right there.
Yeah,
he
gets extra points for that.
I mean, good job, Ken.
All right. Next one. I got to find the play button.
Hey, this is Houston Raider Steve. I was
Hey.
just going to say I heard about your show from Murphy and Murph's Fan Cave. You were talking about beers. You're going to get a good laugh out of this one.
I hope
They have
so.
a place over here in Houston called the Flying Saucers all over the United States. They have it where after you drink 200 beers, different beers, they put your plate either on the ceiling or the wall. So I got a plate in downtown Houston. It says Steve Hawes, the Autumn Wind. And it's plate number 1976, which is the season that they went to their first Super Bowl, 77 Super Bowl. So I said, you know what? Wait a minute. They've got a flying saucer over in Sugar Land, which is about 30, 40 miles southwest of there, down in Houston. They've got a flying saucer there. So I went and drank 200 different beers over at that location. That one, my plate over there is hanging right above the bar. It says, of course, the Raiders. They both are Raiders plates. It says, the Super Bowl XI, Vikings score, Raiders score, and I got that done the day of the Super Bowl. It took me 5 years to get 200 beers for my first one, and a year and a half for my second one. After that, I said, I'm going to retire. I've had enough. I've consumed over 440 different beers. I wanted to try as many different beers, but now, like I said, I'm retired. But my favorite beer is Chimay out of Belgium.
That's a
I even
great
like
beer.
the Belgian beers.
Yes.
Chimay is very good.
Yeah.
man.
Yes. Chimay's.
Chimay,
yes.
Duval. I went to Belgium with the Tombstone Brawlers.
Oh, okay.
And we played at this youth center, and I got Duval on tap for like €1, and
That's
the guy's
awesome.
like, "Oh, you like Belgian beers?" I was like, "Yeah." He's like, "Well, there's a monastery on site, and we're the only place that has their beer." So I drank this Belgian beer in Belgium from a monastery.
Nice.
Then that was right there on the. They actually owned the youth center. Why a youth center? It was booking my band to play. I don't know. On a monastery.
Yeah, well, yeah.
But they brewed their own beer.
They brewed their own beer. Yeah, well, the monks make all that beer, you know, and man, it was awesome.
Well, somebody's got to drink it, so they sell it to you punks.
That's right.
Can you imagine that though? Like, wow, we're gonna have like this, like it's kind of like a we're talking Belgium now, so they're like we have this band from the States, like kind of like 50s music, rockabilly,
Right.
Let's get them to play at the youth center at the monastery, and here comes Splatterhead with like red face paint and like devil horns on his head. Like
Not that tour.
No.
All right, we got more voicemails.
Yo, what's happening? My favorite beer right now is Banded Brewing out of Maine, the Viridian. It's pretty dope stuff for hipster beer. If you just want to drink something regular, have a Guinness. All right, bye.
I think we've said that before.
Yes.
yeah.
And I don't know who you are.
No,
We don't know who you
I
are.
don't know who you are. I never had that beer.
And I've never had that
Never
beer.
had that beer.
I might have
I
to.
don't know if I have a desire to after
Well,
that.
we have to find out if we can get that beer. Because if it's some beer you can only get in Maine,
Yeah.
you're disqualified.
Yeah.
I've never seen it.
Maybe that place in Booton. What is it? World of Beer?
Yeah,
They might be able to get
They
it.
might have it there.
They would
yeah.
know.
Well, we can Google it.
Yes.
And if it's something local,
Yeah.
we'll try it.
Sure.
Maybe you'll make it into the finals, but we
Yeah.
don't know who the hell you are.
Yeah, we don't know
But
who the hell you are, and you'll have to drive down from Maine.
But I got your phone number, so
Yeah.
what the hell? All right, next up.
Hi, this is Mara from Lake Charles, Louisiana. I just wanted to say
Louisiana.
All
Bell's
right.
Brewery in Michigan, I can't remember what part, is a great brewery. Y'all should check it out. Later.
Okay, but what kind of beer from
Michigan
Bell's
beer.
Brewery?
I don't know.
I don't know.
Wow.
If it's Bell's Brewery, it sounds like an Angry Eric. So.
Sounds like a local place.
Yeah, it sounds like a local place.
We got somebody from Louisiana calling us, telling us about a local brewery in Michigan.
Sausage though.
If I'm ever in Michigan or wherever it is it in Michigan?
It's in Michigan.
Yeah, okay.
Bell's Brewery.
If I'm in Michigan, I'll check out Bell's Brewery.
Hey, by the way, I know who Maura is.
Oh, okay.
From Lake Charles. If you're ever in Lake Charles, Louisiana, she's an amazing tattoo artist.
Okay.
So,
I was like, think about
Tom
it.
don't care, but
right
me and
now.
Fitz do. So.
You never know. I might be in for a gumbo and tattoo trip to
There you go.
Louisiana.
I can go for some Cajun spiced shrimp right now.
Next. We got a lot of voicemails.
Do they serve Sam Adams Boston Ale over there at Raider Coliseum? They should.
That sounds like somebody from Boston.
Yes.
Yeah. Although I do like Sam Adams.
I do like it
Yes.
too, but no, we don't serve that over at the
No,
Oakland
no.
Coliseum.
They
Boston
serve that
Lager, not
at
the
they serve
Boston
that
Ale.
at Gillette Stadium.
Yeah.
And the Boston Ale isn't as good. The Boston Lager is better than
Yeah.
the ale. So sorry.
Let's see what this is.
Hi, I love the radio show. I just wanted to say my favorite beer is Miller High Life. Hi, it's Ronaldo again. I forgot to add, I love to rub the High Life all over.
Hey, this is El Jewy, and I drink a lot of beer. My favorite beer is Huna, and I like to get fully up and take my pants off.
Who does it, my friend? Who does it?
Okay.
What's up, boys? This is your boy Potts here calling in about the beer of the night. I'm drinking a Hot Toppus Double IPA from Reaver Beach Brewing Company.
Sounds
Let me
great.
tell you, it's pretty good. It's not too bad. It's brewed in Virginia. Craft brew, 8.8%.
I like that.
explains a lot
Alrighty,
there,
guys. Have a good
Potts.
night.
Yeah, that explains a lot
Go
about
Raiders.
your behavior,
And,
Potts.
Yes. Yes.
Fully Stephen A.
Yeah, see, that explains
there you go.
the F. Stephen A. comment.
Yeah.
That
You know, those
8.8.
8.8 beers you're
You know
drinking.
what? Word out to Mrs. Potts. Don't allow Chris to have anything over 4% alcohol.
Yeah. Just make them
He gets
drink
out of control.
Make them drink the 3.5s.
God,
So, but on a side note, I've never had that beer.
I've never had it either.
Me neither.
No, and we can get it around here if Potts has it.
If Potts has it, we
Potts
can
has
get
it.
it.
We can get it.
Yeah.
Where's he from? Where's he live? Bud Lake?
Yeah.
Mount
Bud
Olive?
Lake, yeah.
See, at 8.8, he's probably 11:30 last night. He's probably running down the street with his pants off and stuff like a mental patient.
Well, that was it for the calls. We got quite a few of them, though.
Yeah.
That was
Yeah.
fun.
Yes.
But the guy taking his pants off, and he was trying to say something there, but he even started laughing at
Yes.
himself. So I don't know what he was rubbing the high life on, but anyway, you don't win.
No.
No,
No,
but
he's not.
I think we.
I have my people of mind here that that I'm going to push for.
Okay.
Are we saying it out loud here?
Oh, yeah, well, we might as well. So
How
we
many
have
tickets do we have to give away here.
Well, we have. Here's the deal for the radio. For radio, are we on the radio?
I don't know.
We're barely on a podcast.
For the podcast, we have one pair of tickets,
Okay.
and then for the social media stuff, we have another pair of tickets. So
I'm gonna throw out there right now. Listen, of course, Potts is always in the mix, but Ken, because I'm a big fan of that beer.
that's and that's for the social media
Yeah.
because he didn't announce it in the call. So
right, and but also and Rosie, yeah, and Carlos Spicy Wiener with bringing out that dogfish.
all right, so we got Rosie, we got Potts. And then we got the whoever the guy is that called in about that beer in Maine.
Yeah.
If we can get it.
Yeah, if we can get it.
We'll
check it out.
We'll throw him in too.
Yeah.
Whoever he is.
Yes.
All right.
Chuck has your number.
I got your number. Yeah.
More ways than one. He's
Yeah.
got your number.
Yeah.
So those are the three finalists.
Yes.
And
I personally would give it to Steve so he can come up here to drink 150 more beers.
I would too, but
and then he would get the ultimate crown after drinking 440 some beers in
That's
Texas,
right.
and then coming to Jersey and drinking
I know.
150 more with us.
I know. I don't think Houston Raiders Steve has any plans to come to Jersey
probably not.
in a week.
But that would be. But Steve, you would be my choice, brother.
Steve, you're one of our heroes.
You're
man.
a hero of
You
ours,
get
man.
200 beers at one bar, and then you're like, "Hey, wait a minute! There's another one of these bars 35 miles from here. I gotta
drink another
I gotta
200.
go get 200 more. We gotta find a contest like that.
I know.
Years ago, I tried to get into one of those type of things at a bar where they had it was like drinks around the world. It was at of all places Bennigan's.
Oh, okay.
Bennigan's was still around. So the Bennigan's down in Fairfield on Route 46. Stop in there and they're like, oh, beers around the world. You they have a whole list of beers from each country. Blah blah blah. You drink all of them. You get your name up on the plaque. I'm like, oh, this is nothing. I go. First night here, I go, I'm going to go through Europe like Hitler right now. Like, this is going to be not a problem. I had like I want like my fourth beer. They're like, now you're done. Like, what do you mean I'm done? They're like, oh no, well, for the contest we were only allowed to serve you 3 at a time. I go, this is the stupidest contest. I go, just I don't even want any part of this now. I mean,
yeah, I'm not coming back here every day.
Months to get through this. I go, I had plans on doing this by the end of the week and being done. Like, no good.
Okay, well, but if you said, okay, now how about can I have another beer that's not part of the contest? And they're like, oh yeah, that's fine.
Oh yeah, that's fine.
And I said, I don't get credit for our country. They're like, nah. I'm like, this is stupid. Yeah. I go, Bennigan's is stupid.
Yes.
And then you just ordered a Miller High Life and took your pants off.
Well, my pants were already off.
All right.
I was out drinking prior to that, so.
Yeah. It is a Bennigan's.
It is a Bennigan's, yeah.
It is.
Yeah.
All right, let's take a quick break and let's get something Raider related going and make one of these phone calls.
Raiders. Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot it's a Raider podcast.
Yeah.
All right, we have another guest on the line today.
Wow. Okay, we're important this week.
Like the Mike Douglas show.
Yeah. Really.
We got
to get the guy with the animals on next.
we got Jerry on the line. Jerry, tell us what's the name of your Raiders club?
How's it going, guys? Good. We're from Phoenix, Arizona. We are Arizona Raider Nation.
Awesome. And are you guys an official booster club or an unaffiliated club, just a fan club? What's the deal?
We're just an official fan club. We're not a booster club. We're not recognized, but getting pretty big here in Arizona. And, we're Arizona Raider Nation fan club.
Awesome, man. That's cool.
Nice.
That's cool. Yeah, we don't, we don't put much on that, booster club.
Yeah.
But, it's all Raider love.
Yeah.
Exactly. We're all one big family.
Yeah. You got a club, everybody's welcome.
Yeah. So
exactly.
How long you guys been active in Phoenix there?
So we were established in 2010 when the Raiders came to play the Arizona Cardinals back when their stadium was brand new. We threw a big tailgate, 300 pounds of carne asada, 200 pounds of chicken.
Wow.
I mean, we just did it. We did it really big.
Nice.
And to this day, I still get, talked about, people remember that tailgate and how huge it was. I mean, we just had everybody from the United States. We probably had over 500 people. DJ, Black Sunday was in the house. I mean, it was just an overall fun time and just gathering of everybody Raider Nation. So 2010 is when we really got going, and then we just kind of let it marinate over the years and see what it developed to. And to be honest, it kind of went into hibernation. A lot of clubs here in Arizona kind of took off and did their thing, and they do what they do, and to their credit, they've done some big things. But over the years, as the years went on, I just started thinking, you know what? It's time to bring Arizona Raider Nation back and start doing our thing.
Right on, man. That's cool. We've actually heard from a source close to the organization that if the Raiders played in Arizona, the Cardinals would have to move.
Hey, I'm all for it. Get them out of here.
Just because of the amount of fans we got in Arizona,
Absolutely.
I think we dominate the Southwest. Period. You know?
I think we do too.
And
100%.
Even out here in the Northeast, we got quite a few Raider fans too. So
yeah.
It's
worldwide, baby.
Absolutely. So, and you guys, hey, however we feel about it, they're coming to Vegas, and you guys are, not that far.
No.
No, it's a 4.5-hour drive. I can do it in 4 with my heavy foot. Or a 45-minute flight from Phoenix. So for us, it's awesome. And please believe a group of my buddies already got 9 PSLs.
Wow.
Oh yeah.
Wow, they got some money floating around there in Phoenix.
I'm recycling cans just to make the payment.
There you go. Tell us a little bit about your fandom personally, man. Like how were you born and raised in Arizona? And how'd you become a Raiders fan? All that jazz.
I'm glad you asked me that because it's really important to me and how that became to fruition. So my dad's always been a bookworm, not really a big sports fan. I mean, he dabbles in it, but it was my uncle's. My one uncle, he was in the Marine Corps, so he was stationed down in California. And by the time he got out of the Marine Corps and I was at the age where I can understand football and kind of, want to be part of something, he just said, hey, you're a Raiders fan and this is what it is, and bought me some gear and footballs, and man, it was match made in heaven.
Your uncle just laid down the law on you, right? This
Absolutely.
is it.
I obliged.
There you go. That's awesome, man.
Never look back. I love it.
Right on. You got anything, Tom?
Oh, do I got anything to ask him?
Yeah.
Do you guys have a specific bar and stuff you hang out at, or
Yeah, definitely. Thank you for asking that. So
or
we
somebody's
partnered
house
up-
or something? I don't know.
Yeah, we partnered up with Puro Cigar Bar in Chandler, Arizona.
Oh, cool.
I mean, this place is prime. They sell premium cigars, craft beer, cocktails. I mean, you name the whiskey, they got it. They do a really good job of bringing in local breweries
Nice.
on top.
Nice.
And I mean, they got over $100,000 in the freaking humidor. I got to tell you, the selection of premium cigars is amazing. And even better, the staff. The staff is like family. That staff takes care of us. They love us. I mean, it's just an all-around great place to watch a Raiders game. And this coming season, guys, it's gonna be awesome. We're gonna have a DJ. We're gonna have a hype man.
Nice.
We're gonna have barbecue specials from a local barbecue place. I mean, it's just gonna be a game day experience like no other.
Nice.
Awesome. So like on game day, how many guys you have like coming out for your games roughly?
So we just started it this season, and we had about 25.
Nice.
And
Good.
this coming season, we fully expect to be at capacity over 100 people.
Oh, that'd be awesome.
Yeah, that's great, man. That's great. And, you know, things travel by word of mouth. And once people know where you are, they show up.
You know, it being that, you're you want to call it a booster club, a fan club, a Raider fan club. I mean, do you guys like have like special functions where you raise bail money for your guys, like in case for game days? Or?
Yeah, I see it as a nonprofit. I just want to really to change it up here in Arizona. I mean, there's some other things out there to do, but those are awesome. They do a great job too. This is going to be a different experience. I mean, we just want to have somewhere where you can come, watch the game, have a great time, have some amazing drinks, food, have a cigar while you're watching the game, and just you root on our Raiders into victory.
Ah, that's awesome, man.
Yeah.
What about is your bar 21 and over? Can people bring their families, or what's the deal?
And that's the thing. We are 21 and over, being a tobacco establishment. It has to be 21 and over.
Okay. And if people want to contact you, if they're traveling through Phoenix, or they're moving to Phoenix or whatever, what's the best way that you
Or if
would
you guys are
recommend?
throwing a tailgate in Vegas.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
Something like that.
Thank you for asking that. Definitely.
Because we're coming for the carne asada if you're going to be bringing
Yeah, you're making 300 pounds of carne asada. We're there, man. We'll even bring our own beer.
I got you guys. The best way, thank you for asking. All social media on Facebook, Arizona Raider Nation. Same thing on Instagram, Arizona Raider Nation. And then by email, ArizonaRaiderNation@gmail.com. All messages come directly to me, and then we can start DMing, and I'll give you my personal number and go from there.
All right, cool.
Nice.
What about like real quick? What about like off season? You guys get together? You do anything? Any kind of fundraisers, picnics, or just basic get-togethers of your group?
Absolutely, definitely. All throughout the off season, we'll have different events that we'll announce on all social media outlets. We're working on something in April. The Raider Fan Convention is in town. Those guys do a great job.
That's right.
That organization just is hands down a 10. So we're going to put something together for after that, for anybody that wants to come have a cigar and hang out.
Awesome, man.
Yeah,
That's great.
Arizona is definitely on my bucket list of places to go, so I'll be hitting you guys up when I'm out there.
Bring your golf clubs.
That's right.
I will. You don't want me to, but I'll bring them.
No, I'll show you guys a great time. We'll have.
You see, I consider golf. Golf is something to do while I'm drinking.
And
other people will have a beer while they're golfing. I golf while I'm drinking.
That's my excuse. That's definitely my excuse. We'll put Raider flags on the golf carts and everything.
Nice.
What could go wrong there?
Yeah.
No, not at all.
Any sport where you can drink and you can put up Raider flags. Yeah.
And drive around.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So it's not ideal because the Raiders are out. But what's your hopes for the Super Bowl, if any?
God, man, I'm one of those guys that I can never root for an AFC team. It's our Raiders or nobody, right? I mean,
Right.
That's just my point of view.
Yeah, there were people rooting for the Chiefs
I don't get it.
Yeah, no.
I'm like, what's wrong with you people?
Yeah, listen, that's ridiculous. That being said, I hate the Rams. I hate the Rams.
Yeah, I hear you.
I get the hatred people have for the Patriots, which it's mostly jealousy because they win. They got the quarterback, the good-looking quarterback, the millionaire who's got the beautiful wife who was a gazillionaire, and they win.
Yeah, we're sick of looking at them.
Yeah, exactly. Yes. But that being said, the same part of me that made me become a Raider fan, the more people hate on this team, I'm kind of like, I want them to win now because it's just pissing people off. Like, I kind of want them to win.
Yes.
Like, I don't care. I mean, the best case scenario is I have great food and booze on Super Bowl Sunday, and like the stadium collapses on both teams, and there's no game. That'd be
100% agreed. Going back to the Chiefs thing, it's like I'm an easygoing guy, but when a Raiders fan or an AFC West other fan, it tells me that it's okay to root for other teams in your division. I can't even continue the conversation. I'm like, it's over.
Yeah, we're done. We're finished here. There's nothing. Yeah, listen, I don't get that. I can't wrap my head around it.
No, unless your infant child is like being dipped into water by its ankles, and the guy's like, "I'm gonna drown your kid unless you root for the Chiefs." That's about the only acceptable time you can root for the Chiefs. Other than that,
agreed.
And that's your child. Like, if it's your wife, that's a whole different story. Well, no, I'm not rooting for the Chiefs. Sorry, kill her.
I think I said last week that the only time I would root for a team in our division is if that team is completely out of the playoff picture and they have a chance to spoil the other team in our division shot into making
exactly.
it. Then
which we did.
Then, and it's not like I'm rooting for them.
No,
I want them both out.
Yeah. And
exactly.
There's levels of those. It's like it's easier to root for the Chargers to beat somebody in your own division, and even the Chiefs. The Chiefs are the most hated in that division for me. As much as I hate 100%. Every other team, they're the number one.
See, I won't specifically root for the Patriots, but I want them to win because I want the Raiders to stay the only team in LA with the Super Bowl championship.
Right.
There you go.
So that's the only reason why I would even pull for Brady.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, if it was the Saints, no way. I'd be all in on the Saints.
Yeah, we were hoping for the Saints.
We were hoping for the Saints.
And they actually won that game.
Yeah.
Which will make it interesting if the Rams do win, though. And then, like, the dude that's, like, suing Goodell now, like, if the Rams win, can you imagine? I mean, this is going to just go into overdrive. Like, well, the team we beat won, so we definitely would have won the Super Bowl. Like,
yeah, they got the Saints got robbed, man.
Yeah, it was horrible.
They know what it feels like to be like the Raiders now.
What a coincidence! It was on the anniversary weekend of the Tuck Rule.
Yep.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, it is. It is. So, what do you got? Are you guys getting together like as a group to watch the Super Bowl, or are you just like all just doing your own individual things?
No, this Super Bowl, we're all doing our individual things. Probably next year, hopefully we're in it and we can definitely be there and party, right?
There you go.
Yeah.
I like that attitude.
Yes.
Yeah. Cool.
And that's what Raiders fans say. That's the way we go into every next season.
Every season.
We're going to win out.
That's it.
What's our record going to be? 16-0.
16-0, man.
I don't care.
100%. And yeah, and I don't know if you guys wanted to touch on the Gruden situation. And, I give the guy a freaking chance. 1 year and people are trying to crucify him. It's like, guys, he has a 10-year contract. It's going to take more than a year to turn this baby around. Can we relax a little bit, please?
Yeah.
Yeah, they need to realize he's doing exactly what he set out to do, which is weed out the non-performers and get rid of the big money non-performers and see what he's got. That's exactly what he set out to do, and is exactly what happened.
Look,
yeah, I'm all in. I'm all in on Gruden.
Me too. When when you bring in a new coach, right? You're rebuilding. Period.
Yeah, it's not Joe Bugle here,
Yeah, and look, and yeah, I'm behind him 100%, man. We've talked about this a lot on the show.
Not that we don't have questions.
No, of course.
But we're all in.
But Tom's got a lot of questions.
If you have his number, give it to us, and we'll call and ask him those questions. But
I still have a bone to pick with him from the Tampa Bay debacle in the Super Bowl. So
yeah, how many bar tabs do you think he owes us for that one?
I know.
Oh, yeah.
But here's the deal. It seems like a lot of the current fans that are kind of newer to the Raiders. It seems like their fandom is kind of revolves around their fantasy teams. And
that's unfortunate.
So everybody's interested in these individual players and their performances. And for me, it's like, I love everybody in silver and black. And then if you get traded and you get cut or you get sent to some other team, I don't give a damn about you anymore.
No.
I don't care about Mac. I don't care about Cooper. They're not Raiders.
Yeah,
it's
100%.
They're Mac is a Chicago Bear. I don't give a damn about that team.
Yeah. And he's sitting home watching too.
Yeah, he's at home watching the Super Bowl too. So they played one.
Well, we better shore up that O-line this coming season to make sure that MFer doesn't touch Carr.
That's right.
Exactly.
Yeah. Yep.
Although, just following on that thread, and this is the thread of this past whole season. You hear it here first. No matter who wins the Super Bowl, New England or the Rams, it was only because of Khalil Mack.
Right. Yeah, that's the way they're going to spin it. Right.
Was because Khalil Mack won them the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No matter 100%. No matter what happens, Khalil Mack. It's all because of Khalil Mack.
And let's not remember, as great as Mack was and everything, and probably beating a dead horse, it's over. But come on, the guy would disappear during the season for 3-4 weeks in a row. You just chip the guy or double the guy, and he's invisible.
Yeah, well, the NFC figured that out this year.
Yeah. Did the same thing with the Bears.
Yeah.
Right. So let's get over Mack.
Yeah, absolutely. He's gone. He's not a Raider anymore.
No.
All you fans out there, stop rooting for these. Stop, who cares about these guys?
I think
the Raiders should hire a nice soccer hooligan from when they play in London next year. Take out his knees while he's out of town.
For a couple body things, somebody will do that out there.
For hire.
They're Nancy Kerrigan's for hire.
I work with a diehard Bears fan, and he's a great guy. He's been a Bears fan since a kid. He's got to needle me with the Mac stuff. He just got a new dog. And he says I might name it Mac. I go, listen, name it Mac. I go, yeah, he's a Bear now. I go, until the Bears can't pay him. Then I go, then he's gone because he doesn't care. Like that's what happened with the Raiders. They didn't want to pay him what he wanted. He's out. He's not going to be a Bear for long. Don't worry about it.
You hear some of the talking heads on the sports shows now talking about what a great position that the Raiders are in.
Yeah,
right. And these are the same guys that were criticizing us for cutting Mac.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, one of the reasons that we're in such a great position is because we didn't pay Mac all that money.
Yeah. And we got rid of Cooper, who we would have had to pay that kind of money to
exactly
next year had he stayed.
So I think I think it was the right move to make. And anyway, he's gone now, so we'll quit talking about him.
You know what would have happened if we kept Mac this year? You know what would have happened? We wouldn't be talking about the Raiders playing in the Super Bowl right now. I'll tell you that.
No.
We would have not made the playoffs.
Exactly.
So before we hang up with any of our guests, we always want to ask, give you an opportunity to send a message out to Raider Nation. And it can be anything you want to say, man. Whatever's in your heart, just shout it out to the
positive,
nation.
negative.
Yep.
Absolutely. No, I appreciate the time and the platform and appreciate what you guys are doing, too, for all the clubs out there across the United States. No, thank you for having me, Arizona Raider Nation, here in Phoenix, Arizona, Chandler, Arizona, Scottsdale, Tempe. I mean, come on, Raider Nation. Let's just be positive. Let's relax a little bit. Let Gruden and Mayock do their thing. Just the banter back and forth. I think the social media era that we live in is really affecting, to the word fandom. Yes, we can ask questions. Yes, we can criticize, but we can do that positively. The thing is that we're in this for the long haul. What choice do we have? Oh, you want to fire Gruden in year one? Shut up. Get out of here. Oh, Carr needs to go. You two, you shut up too. Relax. Let's trust in Gruden. Let's trust in Carr. Let's get through this draft and free agency, and let's freaking rock out next year, get above 500, and then rolling into 2020 into Las Vegas, just be firing on all cylinders.
100%.
Exactly. That was right there. That was probably one of the best messages we've had.
Absolutely. Like you said, on that note, let's fire Gruden. Who are we going to hire? Yeah, maybe we can get the special teams coach from the Browns, that nobody knows anything about, or some dude that coached at Bowling Green.
That's been our That's been our problem for the last decade plus is that we can't. There's no longevity. So I agree 100%, man. That was a great message, and thank you for the support of the show, and thank you for your time and for coming on.
Yes, thanks, man.
You see, Chuck, I told you, and hey, Murph, you see, somebody does appreciate us.
That's right.
Absolutely.
I told you.
All right, fellas. Thank you so much.
All right, thank you.
Man. Have a good night, baby.
Go Raiders.
Go Raiders.
Hey, what's up? You're listening to the Fan Club Blitz with Splatterhead and Fitz, posted by the NJ Black Hole. We are here at the Irish Cottage in Hamburg, New Jersey.
All right. Hey, that was a great call, man.
Sure.
Yeah.
I'm looking.
How do you go wrong with 300 pounds of corn asada?
I definitely want to hang out with the Arizona Raider Nation.
They have good food.
They got good food. They got a nice spot to hang out. Cigars.
Yeah, cigars,
booze,
whiskey,
good food, craft beer.
And he appreciates us.
And he appreciates us.
Yep.
You hear that, Murph? He appreciates us.
That's right.
Yeah.
So, that was cool, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. Kudos to you, Jerry. You guys are doing good things out there. So keep it going, man.
Yeah.
And that was the best message.
Sure.
Yeah.
That was.
Absolutely. So, we've decided between the call and now that we're going to go to Iceland.
We're going to go to Iceland and do a podcast. So
I'm not sure when we're going.
Murph's going to have to bump up our pay a little bit.
We're going to go to Iceland. We're going to fly to Iceland probably in the summertime. We just got to get our passports renewed.
Yeah.
And we'll take that luggage. It's got our podcast crap in it.
Yeah, we're going
to somehow went from talking about
Reykjavik and
live from some sort of Iceland Viking pub in Reykjavik.
Yeah.
We started off talking about the Bears Raiders game in London and decided immediately went to we're going to Iceland.
We're going to Iceland. We'll go to Iceland and watch the game.
That's right.
And apparently, as per Tom, we're going to be hanging out with a bunch of commie Motorhead fans
yeah,
from
exactly.
Iceland.
We'll have communists on that are into Motorhead.
Awesome. I'm down.
Listen, what could possibly go wrong there?
Yeah.
I mean, really.
Awesome. All right. Hey, Tom, set them up, man.
Okay, I got to set them up.
We're gonna try something.
Okay, here. Chuck can explain what we're gonna try.
I need lights. I can't. You got lights in here? Turn the lights on. This is so the Japanese have what the hell does that say? Soju. And I see. I found all these different varieties of this stuff at the Japanese market.
We don't know.
And I like Japanese stuff.
Me too.
And
sushi.
Yeah, sushi, sake,
sushi.
Japanese whiskey, Japanese beer, Japanese bass players, karate. It's all cool.
Yes.
But I had never seen this.
The black bunned Whoppers with 8 pounds of bacon on them.
Right, yeah. So they have this stuff called soju. If I'm probably saying it wrong, but how the hell can you say it wrong? There's only 4 letters in it.
Yeah,
soju.
Yeah.
It's right for us. It might.
So there were different brands, but it's distilled barley.
So
we're drinking beer moonshine.
It's
basically.
beer booze.
So I thought I gotta get some of this, and I tried. I got it home and I was like, I'm gonna try this, and well, I'm not gonna tell you what my personal thoughts were. It's clear like water.
So's my pee sometimes.
Yeah. But I'm just going to go ahead and let... I'm going to have a drink of this with you. So on part 2 of what are we drinking, we're drinking soju, and it's it's the Migiwara Boshi distillery. And I probably screwed that all up.
Fermented barley.
It's crystal clear, man.
Yes, it is.
But just go ahead and slam that down. Tell me what you think.
Kind of smells like a boozy pancake.
Yeah, it's kind of disgusting, right?
Yes.
It's not bad. There's no bite to it at
No,
all.
there's no
it's only
bite to it.
it's only 40%.
Yeah, I was gonna say you almost have to like think it's almost like bad tap water.
No. Taste it again. What it tastes like is the bottom of a Meisterbrow can that sat out all night long.
That's what I was thinking. That's what I was thinking. The beer that I'm scrambling for at 5 o'clock in the morning while I wake up to pee in somebody's backyard at a kegger.
Warm bush beer.
Yeah. Right
there.
Yeah.
Warm bush beer.
Yeah.
If I still smoked, I'd have a flashback to like high school. Right
So
now. Warm bush beer tasting cigarettes.
I don't know if we have any listeners in Japan
Which sucks.
or any Japanese listeners.
Yes.
Call us up and tell us what the hell's going on with this stuff.
Yeah, and tell us the proper pronunciation and what it's used for and what it's about, man.
I have a feeling that if we do have somebody, a Japanese person that knows about this and is listening to us, the chances of that are nil. But
well, there's a lot of Americans in.
But I have a feeling somebody's
Japan.
going to call up and be like, "You drinking that?"
Right.
Drinks that.
Yeah, that's what I have a feeling. We're gonna get a call from somebody on like the military base in Oakland, Iowa, going, "What the hell are you guys drinking that for?
You're supposed to cook with that
You're
stuff.
supposed to
Put that in your hair.
Yeah, you put that in the soup."
I'm going to get the same reaction when like one of my wife's good friends from Australia found out I drank Foster's. She was like, "What?"
Yeah.
She's like, nobody in Australia drinks that crap.
Yeah.
Like,
That's because it's made in South Carolina or something,
it's
or
like
Texas.
Even that, that's like the equivalent of like you're like Bud Light.
Yeah.
Crap. Like we don't drink that. Like,
I'm gonna have some more.
I ain't having any more.
Fitz will have some. I had a friend come over from Australia to see the Gatos play in Seattle.
That being said, I do like Foster's. By the way,
he was really I like the Foster's bitter. He was really he's like, I gotta try PBR. Because he's a rockabilly guy. He sees everybody drinks it over here. He's like, I gotta try this PBR. I was like, all right, go ahead.
Go ahead. Here you go.
Yeah, have at it, my man. It's like, I don't understand. What's all the hype about? I'm like, nobody understands, man.
The hype is it's cheap.
It's cheap,
and we're immune to it because we've out of choice, with no choice, out of necessity. That's all we can afford, so we drank it. So we're like immune to it. It's like this is great. If you're not, it's like you're not used to the PBR and you drink it, you're going to be like, this is garbage.
Yeah, right.
It is. But we're
I was in
what we were reared on.
The Tombstone Brawlers were in an ad for PBR.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. Big picture of us, Tombstone Brawlers, Pabst Blue Ribbon.
Cool. All right.
That is cool.
Yeah.
One of those lesson, like the Ramones doing the commercial for Steel Reserve.
Yeah, I think it was in like the Village Voice or something. I don't know what the hell it was in, but I never actually saw it. I just knew that we were in it.
Okay.
So you guys have anything else for the show today?
Yeah,
I mean,
do.
all right, good.
Just quick, only because we've been deviating from it a little bit, and we haven't been talking about our music stuff.
No, that's
I'm just
true.
gonna throw a quick one out there. I'm gonna just piggyback on from last night on my social media posting, and like once again, and I listen to them all the time, but the Pink Floyd, The Wall. Pink Floyd, awesome band. Love The Wall. Genius album. It just makes me laugh because Pink Floyd's one of those bands when you talk about them, they're like it brings out the obscure douchebags. It's like you talk about, they're like, oh no, you have to like this out. No,
Gooma.
That obscure
right,
shit. Like The Wall's awesome, people. Like I like a lot of their psychedelic rare stuff. It's all awesome, but don't crap on The Wall because it's like a more commercial. It's commercial because it was popular because it was awesome. That's what.
Anybody that prefers Syd Barrett, Pink Floyd over Roger Waters, creative genius of Pink Floyd, are just doing it.
They're idiots.
They're just trying to sound cool.
Yeah. They're being douches.
They're like the guys that tell you that they like fish.
Yeah.
They're the obscure.
No.
No, listen, I love Animal. Animals is a great album.
It is a great album.
Awesome. Is it better than The Wall? No, it's not. I hate to break it to you, Pink Floyd fans out there, but The Wall is probably their best album.
Yeah, absolutely.
Whether you want to admit it or not, because of the commercial, it's awesome. It's a genius album.
It's ingenious, man.
Yeah.
I mean, just the whole concept.
And then the way they did it, they only played 9 shows worldwide for that album.
Yeah,
because
they played three on Long Island, 3 in L.A., and 3 in Paris. That's it. And then it was done until Waters decided he needed to make $50 million the next couple of years.
Yeah, but even to his credit, when he said, when he came out with that tour, and he was like, "Yeah, I understand it's expensive. People are complaining about the ticket price." He's like, "Do you know how much it costs to do this?"
Sure, it does to recreate that whole thing.
That's why we only did, limited shows when we did it.
Yeah, my ex-wife actually seen one of those shows at Uniondale. She was there, 16. She went on a date there. I was like, seriously? And then for our anniversary one year, I had a buddy of mine who was a big aficionado of stealing music off the internet. He actually put that show that she was at, he found that day, and he put it on 2 discs for me, and I gave it to her for our anniversary.
Nice.
And she still blasts it all the time.
I have some music stuff to talk about, too. Good. Tom's been on a little bit of a psychobilly kick lately.
I've noticed that.
Yeah, well, that's because since I've been digging around in all my boxes, I've been finding all my crap, so I got all my music back.
So, to me, like, you guys know my thing. I was big into that. I was at the. I'm a psychobilly legend.
Yes, you are.
I was at the forefront.
You actually are.
I was at the
talk of that.
I was at the forefront of the beginning of American psychobilly and
he's like if you don't realize, our own Splatterhead Chuck here, he is like the Ted Flatus of.
I don't know if I should thank you for that or not.
Yeah, that sounded like an insult, man.
I had to get his name in here somehow.
But
I had to get his name in.
But look. We only put out a few, limited releases, and we never got as big as some of the bands that followed and all that crap. But we influenced pretty much all of them.
Yes,
and that that's more important, I think.
Definitely.
But there's a lot of psychobilly out there, and there's some classic stuff. There's there's the Meteors, who the Founders or whatever, the Cramps, if you go that road, and, but as far as like my favorite psychobilly band, and a band that I mentioned earlier because the Tombstone Brawlers got to tour with them, and they started out as sort of a lightweight kind of neo rockabilly band back in the 80s in England. And they're kind of more of a rockabilly band, I guess. But to me and to them, they're heavy hitting. It's definitely psychobilly, and it's the Caravans. So if you're not familiar with the band called the Caravans, and you really want to understand what my perspective on what good rock and roll and good rockabilly and good psychobilly is, check out the Caravans. They're friends of mine, and the Caravans, if this works, they've graciously allowed me to play their music. So here you go.
I like it already.
Yeah.
It's like I'll be listening to this tonight while I'm drinking my coffee.
This one's called Psychobilly Pop Star.
I like it.
Yeah.
We're hanging at the club because you're waiting for the next trend. With a girl who thinks she is my best friend. Couldn't wait for the headline on the next fest. I'm flexing out now, I need a lot of bed rest.
This is no BS, no shtick psychobilly.
Yeah.
Hey, Caribbean,
straightforward.
I wanted to just shout this out ahead right now. Thank you for providing my drinking music for tonight.
Yeah.
Most likely tomorrow, too.
Yeah. All right, Caravans, we're fading you out.
Yeah.
I'm digging it. Thank you.
But great band, man.
Yes.
Good album. Less smoke, more powder, if you can find that.
I'll find it. I will.
Otherwise, this one's called No Mercy, which is also a great album.
Awesome.
Cool.
And Murph, you can't cut that because I got permission to play
right.
that. Hey, by the way, if anybody wants to steal any of my music on the internet, feel free, man.
Go right ahead.
Go right ahead, steal it, bootleg it, share it.
Yeah, give it to everybody.
Give it to everybody. Get it out there.
Yes.
I don't give a damn.
Demand Los Gatos Locos play shows.
That's right, yeah. Yeah, demand. Well, we charge for that.
Yeah, they charge for it. But demand they play shows. Yeah. 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 Well,
we'll see you next time.
Okay,
You've been listening to the Fan Club Blitz with Splatterhead, Tom, and Fitz.
Next week, people.
Adios.
We're closing out with some Los Gatos Locos.
Okay.
This is drinking music with my plate on.
Just 16, big up truck, got no money, got no love, got nowhere to call my own. Hit the gas. It's nearly time for closing and we're running out of booze. So have a drink, get bastards, 'cause the morning's nearly here. The open road.
All right, this is Tom. I guess we're going to be wrapping up our show here. If you have any questions for me, or you want to call in and talk about anything you want on the Raider Fan Club Blitz, our number is 732-798-0257. Feel free. Ask me about Mr. Skittles. I love Mr. Skittles. We're also going to give a shout out to the Irish Cottage, our home base. They are located at 602 Route 23 North in Franklin, New Jersey. And their number is 973-827-2090. And give us a call. Let us know what you think. Questions, comments, anything you want to say. Feel free. Talk to you next week. Bye.
Hi. I love the radio show. I just wanted to say my favorite beer is Miller High Life. Hi, it's Ronaldo again. I forgot to add, I love to rub the High Life all over.
And just, why not put this on here? We talk about every other stupid thing on this podcast. Never used. Actually, just a quick shake rinse with the stuff inside, because it was sealed, and I actually just took the seal off before just to wash.
Spledge hog. Or some nonsense. Like, what? And then I got wasted. I ordered a beer, and I'm laughing, I'm giggling. The bartender gives me some weird beer, and I pick the glass up, throw it on the floor. I'm like, give me another one. I don't want that crap. And I was being a real back to the place we were staying at, this like restaurant, and they had like cookies and brownies and stuff up on the counter. I don't know. In my head, they were samples. So I'm eating them. Everybody's yelling at me. Like, what's going on? This is good. So.